Okay. Is it working now? You gotta love it when everything just logs you out and refuses to log you back into things. You're working. Are you working over here? You're working. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna presume everything's working. Alright, so. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Continue again with the model because I decided to go and do something else over the weekend instead of working on this. So basically, the only bit that's really left of the base motions is now the rotation on this side with the hand. One arm is already kind of swiveling around, kind of rolling the knuckle around, unlike this side where it's pushing the knuckle. We're trying to push the knuckle in, kind of. It's not done very well, honestly, looking at it now. Should probably pull this up more. Also, I don't know if it bothers me enough to like mess with it, but I pick ups again. Right as I start stream. Alright, so for the most part, these fingers aren't really changing. Actually, do I want to bend this finger a little bit as I move around? I'm changing the hand's orientation a fair amount. I need to solo these out? Not really, right? I can see exactly what I'm working with. Oh, the hiccups aren't going away. Oh boy. I'm gonna like down my whole cup of water. Hold up. Let's see if that helps. Okay, I definitely didn't really think through exactly the base shape of these parts quite as much as I probably should have. Can I make it look like this finger is pointing this way a little bit more? Don't do that. Like literally pushing the shape into the hand just to hide it behind other parts. Does that look completely insane? Let's check this back out a little bit. Can I do something about this like one joint here? What am I looking at here? Maybe. I actually want to do this. Finger is also one thing here. I haven't actually checked if all of this stuff's working. Are you working correctly? I gotta presume that's working correctly. Alright, let's chuck you and you, just jam that on top for a moment, kind of. Kind of roughly has to face that way, so we'll just jam that right on top. We're gonna pull the finger around a bit, so that. Press that down, fold. We not grab the whole thing and move it. Okay, so finger, turn it around, press. That looks insane. Okay, okay, now probably should at least point the finger out somewhat this way. That looks probably. Let's just like pop the spitter out. Can I fold the finger down a bit more? Hello there, how you doing? I am messing these deformers up a lot. Do I need a thicker mesh on these things? Might be better if I try and morph it so that almost looks like the whole finger's completely turned. What am I doing to this finger right now? I'm turning it so that it goes from more dispute to one. I should really just keep the. I should really just keep. Let's go back to default for a mo. Or closest to default as I can get for a moment. And just jam this back in. Boy. Jam this back into roughly the right spot and stretch it out. Finger was about there. I think what I want is to just turn only slightly and rely on a reactive motion instead to do the rest. Probably a better choice. Finger's at an angle right now, so what I want to do, change it so that it is more looking like it is facing, the nail is facing camera rather than slightly on the side. Not exactly easy to tell that right now. Well, it's hand until, well, it's only this hand actually. For the most part, the other hand is done, and they just need to figure out what to do with the bit that I still haven't decided on, which is what happens when the body's actually in motion. Because that's definitely something I should have thought about earlier, but I haven't. How did I open the finger? How did I end up doing it? This is roughly the right shapes. Jam that on for a moment. That is not roughly the right shape. What the heck did I just do? Okay, then 1, 2, 3. Bend the finger back out a bit. Can I very roughly just go like and a little bit? Like kind of try and turn the finger. I need to a little bit this way, please. I'll put it very bluntly. Do you ever wonder why VTuber models typically have the hands at the sides? Because honestly, having to view doesn't really add that much. And it just complicates the motion. It's not like you have like real hand tracking anyway. Hand tracking right now is like super fake. Oh dear. I mean, it's the same thing with like why you don't make a model spin 360 degrees. It's mostly just a fact that you're not really gaining anything from doing it. Like you're gonna do that much, you might as well just use traditional animation techniques. It's like when you're using a live track thing, it doesn't add anything. Like it literally doesn't. Also, I had to like live with the fact that I didn't really do this hand or the fingers very well to begin with, which is definitely not helping. I kind of just want to slam these on and just kind of attach them for now. Might have to use some glue, depending on how it ends up, but I just slam the finger on top for now. Well, my head doesn't really bend this way. Ah, that hurts my wrist a little. Try and force that. If it's like that, then this knuckle should be across a bit more. Can I do something to make that knuckle? I guess I could just point down. That's never a good sign when I'm making that kind of noise. Jam that on top. I actually want the fingers to be probably closer together. Also, the fact that I don't really have very distinct joints. Otherwise, it would be a lot easier to make it look like the finger is bending. The different finger joints are bending a bit. What's the fact that I don't really have the pot stuff? Come on. That's really unhelpful. I don't really want to have to slow this out because it's kind of stupid. Yeah, that's not work. I want to try and is it to really lift and force. I literally just grab this thing. I have the mesh. Not really. Maybe if I like back this a little bit, it might end a little bit more nicely for me. I need us for literally part to this part compresses. That looks incredibly stupid. Also because the color just like cuts off because of the way the shading's done. That's not really feasible. Like, if I wanted the figures to really bend, I really should have just separated the shading line completely. I make it look like it's bending a little bit like that. Why is there a little bit of a stick out? Just a smish. Is it? Could be just right. A little bit of white sticks out, I think. No? Not sticking out from this? What's it sticking out from? What? Does it stick out from something else that's just like that? has to be you, right? It is. Hmm. There's no point bending the finger like this. Let's just try and keep it as straight as possible. Lovely. Can't see the shadow at all. Ba-ba-ba-bum. What am I looking at here? Really should just like just like sitting here complaining about how this feels now. Oh boy. Shape I don't need to change too much. Let's just jam this finger on top here. Might actually genuinely need this to be a interpolated motion just to facilitate this one part. Is it that random motion can this? Oh, it could be linear, I guess. That's not that big of an issue. Why does the forefinger look so long now? Where's the forefinger? You. Let me just bring that in a little bit. And then I'm just gonna extend the middle finger a little bit. Hum. I don't know. I want to extend the tip here. Then I want to go 1, 2, 3. Just gonna go a little bit this way. And then I think we'll go to here and go push that out a little bit. Why does it feel a little weird? Too thick? That what's throwing it off right now? Squeeze that in just a tad. Alright, what do we do with the pinky? Actually, wait, which a shadow? Do the shadow first. Alright, where's Pinky? Pretty much just want to grab this whole finger and just go wah. Then we want to roll this piece as much as I can. Twist you a tad this way, and then grab you, and ideally twist you this way. Then I grab you. Probably do something to you, I did. I was just gonna pull you out to match this. You're easy to match to everything else in your things are. Alright, what kind of insanity have I created? I mean, everything's moving together. It doesn't look like complete insanity, which is actually kind of surprising. And motion is actually a little bit much. Maybe we'll just grab this whole arm bit and just turn it back just a tad. What shadow is this? And where is the shadow of the arm? Where's the arm? You. When it comes down to it, what matters is Does it look like absolute insanity while the whole thing's moving together? Thinking about whether to do the lean in a different way. uh... Okay, I think that's actually okay in terms of what it's doing. Okay, so I'm going to just pump this out into a functional file. Oh, do I need to redo the texture atlas? Did I add anything that needs to be added? It should tell me if something needs to be added. So get some live testing of this as it's running. Oh no, let me just make sure everything is turned back up to the correct thing. Is this a low body that's just turned down? It is a low body that's just turned down. Alright, what's happening to texture atlas? Are those parts supposed to be missing? Not like a new thing got dumped in here, right? Is this empty? This is empty. Get this out of here. Is this empty? Actually, I should just go. You're empty. You're empty. Okay, we don't need. Why is there stuff missing from the texture atlas? When did that happen? Do I space in here? Do I space in here? How big is this? Oh, maybe it will just fit here. Wait, go in. Alright, let's just let that do a thing for a while. See if I can correctly Tetris these parts together. Also looking at my green mask of a mask, it might actually be causing a problem. Okay, do I want to try and piece this together myself? Or do I just make another texture? Honestly, I probably can piece this together, right? You go into here, you go over here, you sit, you can sit like right there. How big are you? You're small too. You can sit in here. What are you? You can sit into here. I'm a little bit concerned about you. You can I get some? Is there like some space I can make for this? Here a little bit more. Squeeze you across a little bit more. Squeeze you across a little bit more, just to make sure the green's not invading on anything else. Wait, why is there another piece in here? You shift. Okay, we'll go with that. I don't think anything else is encroaching on another piece, so it should be okay. Okay, so let us export that outwards. Alright, let's just let that do its thing for a little bit. Alright, should, while I was doing that, should actually just you out. Give me this, give me that, open that. We'll finish it. Okay. Alright, so we want to grab all of this crap and throw it into here. Place the files, go back into here, and then pop this back. Okay, then, with that kind of set up, we now need a in 5 and -5. I am just rocking back and forth in my chair. Okay. Alright, let's just go through all of these. I actually want to max this out. This is not reaching maximums. Why did I have it set to -50? What was I doing? Oh, it's because when I turn. Oh, that's so funny. 20, sure. Eye is always a bit dodgy, mouse always a bit dodgy, but we'll live with it. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell what the eye is doing a lot of time. Haven't messed with the brow yet. Okay. Of the body. Do I need to do the same thing where I spit this out at like -50? Yeah, that's pretty much. Y, I haven't messed with that yet. Z. Z rotation, we want to go face position. Okay, full range of motion, like that. Breathing, haven't missed that yet. Mouth form, well, that's kind of working with the in shape, unless I'm not talking. A little bit of custom, motion, but all over that. All right, so. Do I want to do a Y motion? I prefer my model to be not, to just not be bouncy because I don't like it bouncing around the corner. Maybe just not do a Y motion. Oh dear. Just feel like it doesn't really add all that much, especially the way I function. What the heck happened here? Okay, something's encroaching. Something is encroaching somewhere. That is definitely a thing that's happening on the texture less. be really nice if I could click off this and back onto. It's you. Oi, you. Please give me this piece. Thank you. Now move. Okay, anything else I should know about? Anyone else encroaching? Okay, well that already means I need to already export the model because yep, it's there. It is 100% there. Alright, well then. Okay, so first up, let's do the very boring stuff, which is to give these things swing motion. Let's make some new folders here. What do I want to do here? Want to go cloth X 2 1. Do I need a 3? I guess it's not really biggest problem until go 1, 2, 3. Alright, so, for this part, realistically speaking, because all of this is basically one clump, we do want it all to move in sync. So we're just going to tell all 3 of these pieces to include this. And then make snap. And then where possible, I would like it to because the belt will still hold it down, so it shouldn't be able to ship. Okay, let me just drink some water. I can literally go through the whole day about hiccups, and then for some reason when I start streaming I just get hiccups. Don't know why. Okay. So, 1. Don't want this to be a particularly large motion, which is also a thing. Do I want this to just swing out, or I want to swing in as well? Can I just like double anchor it here and just have it not swing top part or move the top part? Essentially, I can't. Okay, well, please don't push this part out. That would be very helpful. Sure, go like that. Then Alright, please stay still there. Then we want to flip that around. And then push you back in. Sure. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Why does this push the top? That's really unhelpful. Please don't push the top. Okay, so something like that, then... How do I do this in out part? Alright, let's just see what it's done. That's probably a better idea, rather than fussing over it before it's actually moving. Okay, so... first up, you're the output, so you should be way up top. Okay, then we go back down to the bottom. We're gonna add a new thing. We're gonna go off body X. We're gonna output or input this using the X output. Yikes. Oh dear. How do I make it? I wanted to lower. It doesn't look completely insane. Let's be real, no one's gonna see it. Okay, grab the back. Be significantly less careful with this piece because you can't see the roots of this. Go like that. It's just that this thing still has to be behind this piece at all times, which makes it a little bit weird to work with, because it's supposed to be something that wraps all the way around. You can just make some concessions with it anyway, kind of artificially pull the bits you can't see around. Or let's just see if that's causing me problems right now. That makes it look really floppy. A lot of different forces acting on it when everything's moving together. Honestly, it's a little bit too wobbly right now. What happens to that loading reaction time? Slows down how fast it swings towards the... I'll increase the speed at which it does it, right? Feels like the strength is too high. Let's decrease the scale, let's just decrease the effect. I think I can actually set these to 1. Whoop. Wait. 1. Actually just lower the effectiveness overall of the pieces, because it just feels like it's doing too much. Maybe we'll just decrease this down to like... Let's just say we're at 80 for everything. How was that, dude? That's way more sensible. I haven't really played with effectiveness very often. Actually, at all. Maybe I should use it more often. Okay, now I want to see if I can create a ripple. Which mostly just needs to sit on the 2 bottom pieces here. So I want to make it so that let me just make a snap of that. So push this out, pull this, and then pull this in, ideally. Wow, look at that, another mission for the control points for this. You can see where the control point really doesn't like it. It's hilarious. Also, this mission's hideous. And I'm looking at it more detail. Okay, you're definitely not gonna need to bend a bit more at the bottom. Let me just get this out of here, just redo this mission entirely. I feel like, what was the bottom of this thing? Okay, let's make this bend. Was there repeated? Did it say 20? It was a lot lower than 20 when this was supposed to get on. Is it just because the piece is really big? Looking at the giant thing. It's just because I'm looking at something that's really big. This is how straight this part is, leading up to here. Okay, that should really help it bend. There's not enough control points on this thing. What is it currently at? 9x9. 15. I love how you can just see where there's like sharp corners. Like the deformer is doing that and then the piece is doing that. And what the heck is that? Excuse me. Is this on the back piece? Ah. Wait, is there something there? That's like totally not erased. What the? Oh, there is something there. That's hilarious. Okay, well, let's just pretend that doesn't exist like this. Wait, there's still something there. What the? Was that just my snapshot? Okay, it's just my snapshot. Oh dear. Oh, well, at least that's a giant piece, so it's probably not causing a problem with the texture atlas. Let me just check the texture atlas though. That couple of pixels may be encroaching on something. It's you, right? There's no way this is encroaching on anything. This is like the giant pieces are all separated very nicely. Why is the line on that so messed up? Well, I'm just looking at something that's like shrunk. Is this all at full size? And they just chuck a whole bunch of stuff out. Where did those come from? Was that all in here before? What? Oh, it took the stuff out that was way too close to the what do you call it? Edge. That's okay, do I want the bag to move at all when the body is turning? But technically it should just roll on the body. It shouldn't actually whatchamacallit? Swing Because it's a heavy object that's like literally just rolling against the body. Okay, so it's really just a matter of what the hell do I want to do with the arms, because at this point I don't think I want any leg motion, as much as I made the model with that in mind. This doesn't add anything. Like how that's the usual conclusion. It's like it doesn't add anything. No real reason, or no real good reason to mess with it. I want to lean. Hmm. I think we're actually not gonna use it. I think I just go like, when I have a full let me just see if I can make this work the way I wanted to. Let's just say that we take the whole left arm with the all of the X's in here. Okay, let's just pretend that that exists. Let me just make two of these just as a pre-step. What I want to do is, when body swings around this way, I'm just going to get the whole lower arm, just grab it as a whole and just go wah. Hold up. This isn't the blink shape. And then when the body turns this way, I want to just grab the whole arm and just go a little bit this way. Actually, this is like the arm move X. And then this is more like the flex motion. Make it flow. Yeah. How'd that work? If I wanted to react a little bit to that, to follow a little bit. And actually, no, it'll still be 2, right? what I'll do is go one pendulum and then do this as a separate pendulum that reacts to the. So this will be an angle, this will be a position. Sure. So when this swings around this way, what I want I can just reflect the motion if it's not the right way. What I kind of want is for this, everything in the hand to just like flex this way. Just to get the wrist to flex. And then when you go the other way, I kind of want the hand itself to flex. I really just do this each individual finger. Let me just see what I've done to this. Alright, so when move body X react, we want this to be on a single X output on an angle, single pendulum into the arm move 1. Swing less and scale more. Swing less. And then we want to basically we want to duplicate and we'll flex for now. And we want to input this using the arm move X1, and we want to output this in the arm move X2. We want to change this to a position. We want to decrease the scale and increase the shaking. We want to decrease the shaking. We want this to not swing around. Is that what convergence? We want it to like hit the thing and stop. Is that what we want? No. Actually, kind of yes. That's kind of working. Hmm. Okay, do I want to miss anything else? Oh, breathing, right. Do I do... I don't want to do the breathing. I'm just gonna do a very lazy breathing again. I'm gonna take the upper and the head. And just do a very lazy breathe. We're going to... take the deformer and go... like this. We're going to lock it onto the breathing. Then we're just gonna go ahead and go... I want anything to follow the breathing? Not really. I even bother messing with this? This is not even... Oh yeah, this is 100% obvious. I really wonder if he's just gonna bite me in the butt with doing this in a super lazy way. Because I am definitely doing this in a very lazy way. Barely see the eye. Like blind doing this. Like judging the whole thing based on the one eye I can see. Probably not a great idea. Hmm. Yikes. Dick having to do this. Um. Only missing a cheek. Um. Oh, whoa, why is this a repeat? Did I change this? Yeah, did I click on that at some point? How does this work? Let me just... I don't think I ever use this parameter, so let me just... Mile 0 to 1, 0.5 to 1. I said 0.5 to 1. Should it be 0 to 1? Or is it just because the tracking is terrible on the mouth smile? It's just because the mouth smile tracking is terrible. Okay, sure. So that they make some incredible faces to make it do certain things. That means I may as well make a minimum 0. Like no. Having anything less than that? Pretty much only going to increase that a little bit. Let's say 50. 50. Was the eye smile tracking also the mouth? I mean, that's the best way to do it, because honestly, I don't trust the shitty webcam to be able to track the shape of the eye when people's eyes are different shapes. I don't really want to body wire my own model, so I think we just won't not have it. Okay, then. Just very mess with the physics a little bit. I think I want to decouple some of this up on the head. Actually, can I make the arm follow really slowly? Is that a thing I can do? So when this happens, I want it to like just follow slower. If I do this, can I do that on an angle? I don't even know if I can do that on an angle. But drop the reaction time, what happens? The angle will just kind of like swing around without needing to like follow the thing. I don't think I can do that on an angle. I'm going to do that on the position, but I need it to hold, so it has to be an angle. Unless I pump it through like another parameter just to make it do what I want. That seems kind of stupid. I could give it a position that swings around slower, and then this angle will follow that instead of this. The real question is, do I ever order re-exporting the model? Because I haven't changed anything in the visible spectrum. Well, actually I did. I changed the cheeks. We'll give that a re-export. Oh boy. Just open the roll. Give me this. How aggressive is this cheek thing anyway? Okay, so there's nothing in particular I can think of that I really want to mess with in this model at this current point. Just picking what to do next. Okay, so the next thing I probably should look at dealing with is the either a start or end screen for the stream. Probably more the start screen than the end screen. Think about it and start sketching. If I can't come up with something, they'll just do something else next time probably, but I don't want to stare at this for a little bit just so that I can get over the recency bias of having stared at this for a little while now. And also think about if there's anything else I need to add to this that I haven't thought of right at this exact moment. Nothing in particular that I can really think of. Not like the... I mean, it's not very strong in the eyes. Ideally, I don't want the eyes to look like jelly, so... ends up being a little bit weaker, especially once it's moving live. Why is the breathing so aggressive here? Why is the breathing not that aggressive here? It's like definitely slower. Like the pace of the breathing is slower here than it is here. Like it's a little bit very obvious that's doing the breathing here. You know, looking at the model in here, it's kind of clear that all the physics ends up being a little bit weaker than what I set it to. Why does I put this up the... It stretches a whole bunch of parts out, that's hilarious. Everything moves on physics, so it does all these weird things as the physics strength increases. So funny. What's this? Does this do anything? I don't know what is this? Oh, okay. Well, these are like more for reaction things. Alright, I haven't actually checked. Let me just take a look. This... Just like googling through, see if that one chatbot that seems to actually somewhat work with YouTube is on the cloud yet. That does not look like it. Like one glorious session where it kept trying to say pop in and out of the box. And that was a shit show. Alright, anyways, it's a little bit earlier than usual, but we'll finish up here. Since there's nothing in particular I want to do with this model at this current point. Maybe after I've stared at it for a little while I might think of something, but I'm gonna have to start thinking of what to do for the other stream components that I had to remake. So I'm gonna go do that, and if I don't come up with anything, then we'll do something else next time. So anyways, thank you very much for watching the probably last session of this model rig. If you want to see more these things that may or may not be live 2D related from me, or to be subscribed or followed, depending where you're watching from, leave a like because that helps me out, and I'll see you all again next time.